How you doing? So, I was asleep when the notes dropped. And I am so glad no one sent me anything except Kat, who directly told me something. I already forgot which one she told me, but she told me one of the things I already know. Let's dive into it. This is the first fucking design patch note thing we've got in all fucking season. We didn't get any for Season 2. I don't know if anyone noticed besides me. We didn't get anything for Season 2, so metrics were impossible to get. We don't even know what Sens' pick or win rates were. Like, we have not gotten anything. All right. First one's the attacker. First of all, there's Finka in her 90% fucking presence. Why do Monty and Callie have such high win rates? Like, what happened to them? And where the fuck Bro, Sens dumb as shit. Sens ain't doing shit, bruh. I fucking called it. Sens is shit. God, Sens needs a fucking buff so bad. Also, I like how we've got Sens, who is the second lowest attacker. Blackbeard right under them. God, they need to fucking do something to Blackbeard. Holy shit. And then... Why are Monty and Clash so high? Give him flash immunity back. Legit, flash immunity did actually make him really fucking strong. It really fucking helped him. Clash win rates it's the shield operators and Callie. Bet they never thought they'd go past grid bounds. They did. For a while, grid was down there. So was Glaz and T'Challa. Why are the shields so high? What happened? And Rook's kind of high as well. Holy shit, wait! Wait. This is history in the making. This is history right here. Jaeger's not the highest picked. Jaeger's not the highest picked anymore. Alibi is, for some reason, higher. From what I saw in YouTube comments, Callie has a huge presence in platinum. Cheats. Yup, cheats. Alright, that makes sense. That's why Blitz was so high for a while. How is Clash up there with all the constant This only counts when the operator shows up. This doesn't count bans. Like, this is when they show up in a game. Vriska single-handedly... Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Clash. Because I think I play the most Clash out of anyone in Siege Squad and Circuit City as a whole. Clash is not good unless you have a full stack, or at the very least randoms who will look at your ping and do things. Clash on her own is dog shit. If you have a team, that is where she thrives, and even then, she's pretty map dependent. Like, you want really claustrophobic areas. Plain basement, I think that's actually the best for Clash. House, which isn't even in rotation, so what are you going to do? Bank hallway, she's pretty good if you can keep back hall control. But, yeah, on her own, she's dog shit. Like, I would not play her. But what happened to Alibi to make her this good? Alright. And then ban rates, Thatcher, which we're getting the fucking EMP gadget soon. Remember when every new operator would show up on the fucking ban menu, like, every single time consistently when they dropped? And Sens is nowhere to be seen. Alibi's passive, useful, and easy to play. But Alibi's never been high, like, near the 50 range, let alone above Jaeger. That's very rarely a thing. Alright. Fix my zoom. Weapon recoil on console no longer follows PC changes. Fucking good. Because holy shit. It is impossible to fucking... It is impossible to balance controller and PC the exact same. Vertical recoil has been increased on all weapons and adjusted to their expected power level. Increased overall recoil on assault rifle, SMGs, LMGs. Still don't know if that's going to fix it. Machine pistols. This is a universal change that we know is going to be contentious across the board as it hits nearly every single weapon in Siege. So, if you don't know how to pull down yet, start learning. Now. With that in mind, there are weapons in the game commonly described as laser beams, the Vector, the Roni, due to the lack of recoil and recoil controlling attachments at large being barely noticeable in some cases. We are confident that with the introduction of the shooting range as a place to get accustomed with new patterns, this will help lay the ground for improving balancing potential for the future. Pull out game, not pull down the game. Adjustments have been made to the recoil not just on vertical, but in some cases horizontal intensity as well. Weapons with a high magazine capacity like LMGs will have the strongest vertical and lateral recoil after sustained fire. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know if that's going to be enough for LMGs, because you can still just use them like an AR. Now you can't just fire the whole game. Which might, I don't know how controversial this is going to be. This might make LMGs worse. Because now other guns have a hard time like holding the sightline against LMGs. Like, here's the thing. If an LMG is firing and an assault rifle are firing at the same lane, the LMG doesn't need to reload, but the AR will. Like, even with the recoil, the LMG, first of all, still has more ammo, and you still have the issue LMGs don't really need to reload, like, ever. Like, I've done entire no-hezzies with an LMG and not reloaded. I don't know if this is enough. It's good. I don't think it really tackles a big issue with LMGs, which is they have gigantic magazines. Weapons with strong and weak recoil patterns, such as R4C, Ash's Gun, 416C, don't remember. UMP, Castle, and Pulse have it. C1 and M12 will keep their similar recoils. We've reviewed each weapon individually based on several different parameters, such as rate of fire, damage per second, and what operators use them. All right, so they're doing case by case. I know nothing about Siege. I'm just here for Vriss, and I appreciate you. They softened the recoil on the M762, don't remember. R4C, one of Ash's guns. MX4, don't remember who has it. Evo 3 Scorpion! Ella's playable! Ella has a primary now! Ella's a usable defender! Increased recoil on the 6P41. Don't remember who has it. On console. Son of a bitch! Ella's usable on console! Ella's good on PS4! Ah, shit. Increased recoil on 6P41, LMGE, G8A1, and Spear 306. But they're console, so I don't care. I'm so glad you pointed that out, because I was about to tell Straub. And that would have been fucking hilarious. Vi's gonna be Ella cracked. Recoil attachments. There's a slew of attachment options. The main drive for this change is to enable more customization choices in how you use these weapons while normalizing the overall distribution. So basically, they're adding new shit. These changes can be easily res buffs, as no options are being taken away, and any combos you've previously liked can still be done. Apart from Flash Hider on DMR? DMR said Flash Hider? We're hoping the greater selection, especially to help recoil, will be used especially alongside other changes detailed in these notes. We've added Compensator to these weapons. The 6P41? Is that the machine gun? I think, yeah, that's the machine gun that Fuze and Finka have. Machine gun for grid, because, yeah, LMGs are going to have more recoil. FMG9, I don't know if anyone ever fucking used it. No, I use the gun. I just don't know if I'm going to use the Compensator. SPS MG9, Cali and Clash have it. That's the little handheld. MP5, Doc Rook Malusi. Fucking the P90 by Doc and Rook, which no one fucking uses. C1 9mm for Frost. Good. M12 for Cavi. Good. Flash Hider doesn't make much sense for DMRs. Correct. As the muzzle brake is consistently the better option. Newer DMRs have followed this logic, so we're bringing older ones in line. The Flash Hider will be removed from the 417, Glaz's gun, Buck's gun, Blackbeard and Flores' gun, and Doki's gun. And Flash Hider is being added to the 9mm. Frost probably just got a massive buff with that. Frost probably got a massive buff. I don't know what they're doing to the C1's recoil specifically, but Flash Hider on the thing's a fucking buff. To normalize distribution, we added muzzle brake to these weapons to provide more options to customize the recoil. Muzzle brake is now on machine gun, the AUG, G8, M249, bearing 9, MG, SMG 11. Cool. SPS and C. Frost is just getting everything. We added vertical grip to Glaz's gun, the ARX. I can hear Peptic cheering in the background. The C1 buffed again. And the T5 for Legion Oryx, which is going to be fucking insane. More gameplay options. We're intended to give these net players now have to sacrifice recoil to make use of these attachments, making them more meaningful choices. Good. Remove damage reduction on the suppressor. Good. Now Cavi's like more... Cavi and Vigil are going to be a lot stronger for their intended like stealthy style. With the wider changes to recoil detailed above in the notes, we're hoping the change to barrel attachment will become more meaningful universally. To that end, we wanted to make the suppressor an impactful decision because of the lack of recoil mitigation, no longer because of the lack of damage mitigation. Good. Because it was fucking annoying to use the suppressor and not get tracked, but do less damage, so your duels are going to be less reliable, and have to fight the recoil. I'm glad you only have to deal with one now. Extended barrel, with its increase in recoil, it's now a more meaningful choice to opt for less damage drop-off versus more recoil control. More weapons will have access to the extended barrel, granting increase. With the increase, it's now a more meaningful choice to opt for less damage drop-off versus more. I have no clue what the fuck that means. Added extended barrel to those. I'm not going through the whole fucking list. Angled grip. The addition to the angled grip will provide players with more options. Sledge and Thatcher's gun, Ash's gun, Twitch and Lion's marksman. Glaz is getting angled grip. Glaz is an entry fragger now. Glaz is now a 3-speed, and he has an angled grip on his fucking marksman rifle. That is fucking massive. 60, not Frost's gun. They're adding the laser to Glaz's gun. IQ is MG. The Gish. I don't even remember what the Gish is. And the C75. Holy shit, they're adding so many ACOGs. Well. 1.5 on Alibi, good. Amaru 1.5, good. Doki gets a 1.5 and a 2. Boss G usable. AK is getting a 1.5. Fuze is getting a 2. Spear gets a 1. Anyone getting a 1.5 here is a buff. 1.5 is the best scope in the game. A few operators have their maximum reduced or increased to better level out their kill. Change the maximum sight available. Goyo has a 1.5 on the Vector. Bruh! Are you fucking insane? Bruh! Ace gets a 1.5 and loses the 2. I don't give a shit. Iana ARX loses the 1.5. Mute loses the 1.5. Ow. Nomad ARX loses the 2.5, gets a 1.5. Good. Sledge loses the 2.5. I don't know why you use this Sledge in the first place. K-Dog loses with a 1.5. I forget he has it. Finka loses the 2.5, gets a 2. Zofia loses the 2.5. Really good. Wamai loses the 1.5. Ow. Capitao gets a 2. Blackbeard. I guess. Iana gets a 1.5. This bitch is getting everything. Where was Frost on the Matrix? How balanced was Frost? Where is she? Defender, Frost. Where Frost? She's there. Like under Castle. C1 1.5. Frost is underpicked and too weak. She is going to be insane next season. Frost is going to be fucking insane. Like, they've done nothing but buffer. EMP Impact. The thing that makes Thatcher usable, because now people have to deal with that anyway. Can disable an electronics in a range of 1.8 meters for 9 seconds. Blackbeard gets it, so Blackbeard's usable. Sort of. Monty, Doki, Knock, good. Grid, Sledge, Lion, Osa. Great choices, all of them. Frags. To reduce collateral, we're reducing the non-lethal radius. The lethal damage range remains nearly the same. The difference is mostly unnoticeable during a match. We're hoping to encourage precision. Reduced range to 3.6. New damage curve. The orange is the new one. The difference is mostly unnoticeable during a match. So, how does this help? This is not the issue with frags. This is not the issue with frags. I hate to say it. This is not the fix. Frags are still a thing. There was a Jaeger video that I just didn't end up liking, so I scrapped it. The big thing about frags, that means people have to bring a Jaeger, is that everyone gets 2 frags every game. Everyone gets 2. You got Finka who gets 2. You get Iana who gets 2. You get Sledge who gets 2. That's 6 right there on 3 operators. That's basically a free kill when you learn to cook and learn where the enemies are if they don't have a Jaeger. So, for them to nerf the range does not fix the problem. There's still 6 frags on the board with 3 operators right there that they can just throw into sight and get free kills with no risk. Because with a Nitro, you have to at least throw with a heavy damage, a heavy projectile profile, and then go through the action of detonating it before the attackers see and shoot it or get away from it. And only get 1 all game. You get 1. You get 2 frags. There's nothing stopping you from doing hee-hee-hoo-hoo, depth charge, and then still having another frag for a smarter play. On top of the utility clearing that frags do. Like, there's no reason to not use frags. Frags are still going to be insane. This does nothing to make frags less of a threat. Jaeger is still going to be critical. Wamai is still going to be critical. Aruni's not as helpful as those 2. They need to reduce the frags to 1 per operator. That's it. This does nothing. They even said the difference is mostly unnoticeable during a match. Reduce it to 1 frag per operator. This does nothing. We still need a Jaeger. This does not help us. There are still 6 frags on the board with 3 people alone. If each operator only has 1, they can either go for a depth charge and waste it, or have to calculate how that 1 frag will get its value. Because it can be a free kill, or it can be utility clearing. But having 2 means it's both. It's everything. Reduce the frags to 1. And I guarantee Jaeger pick rates will drop because now there aren't 6 frags on the board. All right, let's move on. Hard Breach. While this change won't be a huge buff, the intention was to make a combo with the Impact EMP disabling electricity for 9 and the charge taking 2 deploy plus 5 to... All right, so they're reducing the activation from 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah, from 5 to 4 seconds, which... Fuze buff. Reduce drilling time from 3 to 2 seconds. Okay. Increase the pellet visibility and added smoke. Fuze gets smokes. I don't know how I feel about this. It's actually not a bad change. I had to think about what Fuze had, and it's just Breach and Hard Breach. So yeah, that's a huge change. And more things for Jaeger to counter. Yay. Fuze has the highest destructibility potential in the game, so we're hoping this season to increase it. Reducing the drilling time allows him to chain faster, and this will increase his destruction potential and his ability to push defenders out of position. So the big thing is they're good for, like, bank left wall, bank right wall. That's what they're good for. We added smokes to give him another option. Good. They'll have more flexibility with secondaries to compensate for his primary. Callie! Buffs? Increased charges from 4 to 3. We're introducing this new gadget so that Thatcher will be played more. Also, we're buffing the thing that makes people want to play Callie instead of Thatcher. Reduced vertical and horizontal recoil in the sniper. Increased camera recovery time after recoil. We want to make Callie more appealing to deal with enemy utilities. This season, she will not have more tries to open electrified meter walls. She'll have more resources than anyone else to destroy utility. She's limited to a sniper, which will allow us to provide more charges for her, but the sniper sucks shit. But the sniper is fucking miserable to use. Why would anyone use... Bandit trekking about to be... Bandit trekking is going to be a fucking nightmare. I do not envy you. Glaz gets claymores. I like it. Capitao gets a gone. I like it. Iana loses the gone. I like it. Finka loses frags. We get smokes. I like it. We moved Finka's explosives from 3 to 1. Or you could have taken out a frag and reduced it to 2 in the first place. I'm just saying. But good. I don't think that's going to make Finka any less stupid. Well, maybe a little. Maverick! So, all right. I want y'all to go through a thought exercise with me. If there's a new gadget that destroys electricity, it's called an Impact EMP. No more electricity. No more electricity. So, Maverick's job of being the only hard breacher when there's electricity is sort of a moot point when there is now a gadget that disables the electricity without having to just go Thatcher. Callie just got buffed. Shows she's better at destroying the electricity. So, actually, the electricity is now a non-issue. Like, Bandit and Cade overall have been hard fucking nerfed this patch. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But then the question remains, why do you play Maverick over other hard breachers when he is the hardest, makes arguably the smallest hole, and can't open the wall himself? Well, you play Maverick over the other hard breachers because he has Frag Grenades. And frags are really good. Even if he only had one, he would still be the only hard breacher with a frag, and that's still really strong. He has no Frag Grenades now. So, smallest hole, truly lower tier. Well, Raph, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Maverick. I know you don't play Siege, so I'm going to explain this. Where's Paint? Where's MS Paint? So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Raph. You've got Thermite, all right? We're gonna. Here's your reinforced wall, all right? The first hard breach in the game is Thatcher, or not Thatcher, Thermite. What he does is he puts down his little breach charge, and it explodes, and the hole is about that big. It is fucking gigantic. Having someone who knows nothing about the game is actually great content. Well, Raph, here's the thing. This is the hole Thermite makes, all right? This man right here, this man goes full grinder on the fucking wall. He finds the hole. He will expand the hole as big as he gotta. So that's roughly the whole Thatcher, or Thermite man. Why do I keep saying Thatcher? Let's just move this to the side. Let's actually fill it in for a bit. That's roughly the hole that, that Thermite makes. And I'm covering... Son of a bitch. There we go. Let's move it. So that's Thermite's hole. All right? Thermite's got kind of a big hole. Thermite's a big a holy boy. Hibana fires little long-range pellets, so she's at less risk. And each pellet, if you detonate a row of 6, it's about that big. She is the safest. She can destroy the most out of all of them, and she has a lot of control over the hole, and she can do that about 3 times. And then you get the other hard breacher, the last true hard breacher. You get Ace, who throws this little can of breach, and it makes a hole that big, and then it makes a hole that big. I fucked up. I didn't close the hole. This is Ace's breach. Ace's breach is it's pretty wide. You get 2 per charge. He gets to do that a few times. So here, Raph, I want you to understand why this is some bullshit. Because if Maverick is the only hard breacher with frags, and that's his big thing, and they take that away, here's what Maverick does for his hard breach. All right? I'm going to get a crayon to really demonstrate this one. You got to take your blowtorch and you got to refill your gas canister. Refill your gas canister. Refill your gas canister. Refill your gas canister. And if you did it surgically correct, if you have broken here, if you've broken here, if you've broken here, if you've broken here, in the surgically correct way, then the metal gets destroyed. I'm doing this very loose because I said the metal is destroyed. The wood, the actual wall itself, is not destroyed. Someone has to help you break that open, which is one of the uses for the frags. So it's like a highest effort and or risk versus lowest reward. Got it. Yeah, and that and if there's electricity on the wall, it will destroy the thermite charge. If there's electricity, it destroys the Hibana charges. If there's electricity, it destroys the ace charge. If there's electricity, Maverick doesn't give a shit. Maverick literally it takes Maverick about 20 seconds to burn through one wall. It takes everyone else like 7 seconds-ish. It's really fucking slow for Maverick. But now, you don't have a reason to play him because of the fucking, I gotta zoom out again, because of the fucking EMP impacts, which disable the electricity. This buff to Callie, which increases her gadget that destroys electricity. There's no reason to play Maverick anymore. Like, I might be over-exaggerating, but this actually, I think, kills Maverick. Like, I am still pretty much the Maverick player for Circuit City. Maverick is dead. They got rid of Mav's frags. Peptic, you just missed a whole 20-minute thing about me explaining why getting rid of Maverick's frags, on top of everything else they did, kills him. Dead. He's not nerfed. There's no reason to play Maverick. This is actually, like, the weakest position he could possibly be in. Aside from, like, some wacky shit, I'm not learning him anymore. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm feeling a lot of things, and disappointment is one of them. Because the big advantages Maverick had were he goes through electricity, which now Callie does more of, and now there's a whole gadget that does that. And he had frags, but he doesn't anymore. So why do you play Maverick? What is the reason? What is the reason? And Buckets going 6. But why do you... What was Maverick's attack rate? Because I know he wasn't that high last I saw. Where is he on the board? He's a 2% ban. He's really a high threat. Where is he on attack? No, that's defenders. Where's attackers? He's pretty much in the same spot as the other hard breachers, except Ace, who's up here, because Ace has good guns. Why did they... I know there's going to be a lot of people focusing on, like, the Impact EMPs, but I'm going to... My big thing is this Maverick... Why did his frat...